Money, the most important invention in human history, has gone through many difficulties before reaching its original form today. Here is the mysterious history of money. In human history, money emerged as an important invention born out of necessity. In the earliest times, people carried out trade through the barter system. In other words, a person exchanged the goods they owned for other goods. For example, someone who gave wheat could receive an animal or clothing in return. However, this system began to create problems over time because the needs of both sides did not always match at the same moment. At this point, there was a need for a more practical and universally accepted medium of exchange. As a result of this need, metal began to be used as money. Metals were very suitable for this purpose because they were durable, easy to carry, and able to preserve their value over long periods of time. Especially metals such as gold, silver, and copper were both rare in nature and easy to process. These characteristics made metals a reliable measure of value. At first, metals were not shaped like money. People used pieces of metal in trade by weighing them. However, this method also caused difficulties over time. Using scales in every transaction was time-consuming and open to fraud. As a result, states intervened and began to produce metal coins, known as coins, with specific weights and purity standards. The first known coins in history were minted by the Lydians in the 7th century BC. These coins were made of a metal called electrum, a mixture of gold and silver. They bore the seal of the state on them. This seal guaranteed the weight and value of the coin, allowing people to trade without doubting its authenticity. Over time, metal coins became widespread and contributed to the development of trade. Commerce between different cities and countries became easier. However, as trade expanded, carrying large amounts of metal coins became difficult. This situation paved the way for the emergence of paper money in later periods. Nevertheless, metal coins remain one of the most important stages in the development of money. In conclusion, the transformation of metal into money was the result of humanity's effort to make trade more organized, secure, and practical. The foundations of the modern monetary systems we use today were laid thousands of years ago with precious metals. This clearly shows how important metal coins have been in the history of economics.